In this video, we are going to try and balance these equations using a different approach. We are going to mainly be using fractions. So let's have a look at how to do it. When you look at our equation, we have our left hand side and our right hand side. On the left, we have 2 hydrogen atoms, while we have 2 oxygen atoms. While on the right, we have 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. So if we want to balance this equation, we can put an invisible one under oxygen. We can multiply oxygen by a half on our left hand side so that we somehow be having a 1. So currently we have an equation like this: hydrogen with a half of oxygen to form water. So at this point the equation is a bit balanced, but we know that oxygen cannot be monoatomic. So to remove the denominator, which is our 2, we have to multiply all throughout by 2. So we shall multiply here by 2, 1 times 2 and 1 times 2. So the equation shall be remaining with, shall have 2 for hydrogen, 2 times a half, we shall remain with 1. So we shall not write anything under hydrogen, and then 2 times 1 we shall have a 2. So at this point we shall realize that actually our equation is balanced. We have 2 hydrogen atoms we actually have 4 hydrogen atoms on our left hand side. These are 4 together with 4 hydrogen atoms on our right hand side, because we have added a 2. Our oxygen will now become 2 because we have 1 molecule of oxygen, while on the right hand side we shall now be having also 2 atoms of oxygen. As such, our equation will be balanced. Another example where we can use balancing of fractions first is the one for hydrogen peroxide. We have our left hand side and right hand side for lab preparation of oxygen. Hydrogen, we have 2 atoms on the left. Hydrogen, we have 2 atoms on the right. That means hydrogen is balanced. However, oxygen, we have 2 atoms on the left hand side of the arrow. However, on our right hand side, the product side, we have actually 3. We have a 1 from water plus 2 from oxygen. So all we have to do is try and change the number of oxygen atoms on our right hand side to 2. So if I can somehow put a fraction on oxygen, which is a half, I will somehow be having 2 atoms. That is to say, my equation will look like this. I will be having hydrogen peroxide breaking down to form water and 1 oxygen atom. But because we know that oxygen is diatomic, we have to ensure that we cater for it by multiplying all throughout by 2 to remove the denominator. So if we multiply everywhere by 2, that means we shall have a 2 on hydrogen peroxide, a 2 on water, and then 2 times a half is 1, and we shall have a 1 on oxygen. So we shall not write anything. So that will mean that our equation will get balanced, because if we are to count the number of hydrogen atoms, we are going to realize that hydrogen atoms on the left we have 4, and on the right we also have 4, while oxygen atoms on the left we have 2 times 4, 2 times 2, which is 4, and on the right we shall have oxygen 2 plus 2, which is also equal to 4. So our equation will be balanced, and it's not challenging because we have used fractions first. That's how you can balance with fractions. Thank you for watching.